Hey everyone, we are back with Carter G. We're doing a little check-in today. We're just going to see how his training is going. He is on a C day in his rehab protocol. We're training at 60%. Let him type back into his phone.
Yeah.
He's sharing his app on his computer so we can just check in with his numbers. You guys can see where he's at and we can get some questions about how he's feeling and how he's progressing through everything. Because you hear us talk in these face-to-face interviews or Zoom face-to-face interviews, but you actually haven't gotten to see him go through training yet. So today, that is our mission.
All right, that sounds good to me. I'll go ahead and I'll start it up, get it
Yep.
going.
So
So we have a mid finger day today.
great. Yep.
So
So we'll see you boost some numbers a little bit. Mid finger is your best day. And our hypothesis behind that is you're a traditionally trained kid of the weight room, right? You spent a lot of time doing some of the more conventional or more traditional power lifts. You were a big time deadlifter. You had really good grip strength for most people what would consider, but a
yep.
lot of it's just at the mid finger. And then when we break down your numbers on the device, we've seen a big difference in your fingertips versus your mid finger, correct?
Yeah, that's definitely correct. My mid finger numbers have been way higher than my fingertip numbers. I was surprised by that. I figured it'd all be the same, but obviously there's a lot of difference in that now that I've seen it and done it, and definitely felt that it's way harder at the fingertip than it is at the mid finger.
Right.
So
Yeah. Well, let's let you get into a couple reps and I'll just ask you
yeah,
some
sounds
questions
good. We'll
as we
start
go.
up.
Oh, come on, get to that target.
It's a warm up rep. It's the first one of the day.
You already did a full warm up. You didn't even let me say that part yet. Yeah, don't let him lie to you guys via Zoom. He went through his full warm up. He's there. But the four finger tasks are typically the most difficult to hit the target and meet the target, maintain it. So it's fine. We're just going to give Carter a little bit of a hard time here as he works through this. But you'll see him a lot closer or even exceeding his numbers when he gets into his individual finger tasks.
Yeah, I never fully understood that. Like I feel like you'd think it'd be easier with all four, but it really isn't. It's hard to coordinate that much force over that amount of time.
Definitely. And I mean, that's part of the reason that we designed the device the way we do. If you can hold it up during your next break, just where
Gotcha.
you've got connection points at each of your individual fingers, as opposed to all four fingers gripping a single paddle or a single handle. Each finger is operating independently. Thus, you have to coordinate, as you said, the forces of each finger, in which, with all of those tendons being controlled by a single muscle, putting or spreading that force out can get a little bit difficult.
I got to my numbers on that one finally.
Yes.
Third rep was the charm.
Yeah, there we go. That's much better.
Yep. Beautiful. Got it all nice. Let's see if we can get one more. I'll do it this way this time, just so you can see it.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for elevating the hand for us. Get some shoulder work in there, just an isometric hold.
Yeah, it's getting closer. That's better than it was. Better than it was last week. That's for sure. That number's definitely up. I was at like 90 last week.
Definitely. On this last rep, try to get a little more out of that index finger, seeing some middle finger dominance there.
Got it. I'll see if I can slide some pressure over. I'm trying to focus on the pinky as well because my pinky numbers have been a little low.
Mm, yeah.
Let's see now.
It's like
Now
you're
I'll
gonna be
get one from
hooking
the other way.
around, almost perfect that change up grip here.
Yeah, I got to get that. See if I can make my change up a little nastier.
Definitely got more from the index. That looks good.
There we
Nice.
go.
Much better.
It's a good rep to finish it off on.
Yeah.
Perfect. Now we'll go over, slide these out. Take a drink of water because it's very strenuous.
Yeah, of
Takes a
course.
lot of energy.
That's right. So after you get your swig of water, as I'm looking at this, you're at 60% of your MVC. Talk to us a bit about what that means, why you're at 60%, maybe where you've been and where you're working towards.
So the 60% is 60% of my left-handed maxes. So we took the device, put it on my left hand, and basically I sat there and did a max out. I was trying as hard as I physically possibly could to get as high of a number as I could just to see what my body is capable of. And we took those numbers and we obviously took 60% of those numbers. And that's what I'm training with here on my right side, just to give myself a baseline of we know that my body is capable of this, but with injury, it's only capable of 60% right now. So we're just slowly working it up. We started at 30%, which that first week, believe it or not, was really hard, and slowly worked 30, 40, 50, and now we're up to 60. And these numbers are starting to move a little easier. I'm definitely seeing an increase in strength. I definitely couldn't have done this like 25, 26 hold that I'm doing right here on my index finger. I would have had to have complete focus and it would have not felt great if I was trying to do
Hmm.
this at the beginning. So I definitely wouldn't be talking through it right now if this was way at the beginning and I was just trying to get started. So the slow ramp up and everything else has seen a lot of progression, a lot of time, and it's felt really good. Starting to get all my form definition and everything back, which is nice. So it's going in the right direction.
Yep. Popeye forearms incoming.
I really need to start putting this on my left. I've been doing left arm training as well. I need to work in more of that though.
Yeah,
I
no
need to get
reason
that.
not to.
Yeah.
Just get better with the fingers. I respect what you're doing here. You're going a little past the hold time, trying to surpass the target. I see what you're doing.
Making sure every rep is perfect. There
Yeah,
we
I
go.
mean, as y'all can see, it's not like Carter's getting shocked if he doesn't get the target force. It's just the goal. That's all that is. It's a scientific number. We're choosing that target force off of numbers that he has previously achieved in order to hit a specific stimulus. So you heard Carter working through his progression, starting at 30%. We would start, depending on when someone gets on the device after a surgery or after an injury, you might start them as low as 10% of a max. But Carter was at a point where we felt we could start him at 30% and progress him. Thus far, it's been weekly. Uh, we can run back a percentage if we need to, if there's a hiccup or something. But the goal is to get him to 70% of his maximum voluntary contraction, as well as performing one rep maxes on his right hand. So if Carter's able to continue where he's at right now, he's 2 weeks away from that point.
Which will be good. I'll hit that point right as I start throwing.
That was
So
part of
that'll
the
be,
goal.
yep. Track it out that way. Make sure that I get maximum spin rate on day one of throwing.
Oh, we're not even concerned about that right now. Spin rate
I
will
know
come
I'm
later
messing with you.
on. Like if you were to swipe over to the rate of force development side, that's where we'd be looking at your speeds of forces. Yeah, so those much smaller numbers at the 7 millisecond, that's where we're going to be paying attention to how quickly you're firing your fingers, and that's what's going to be more indicative of the way you spin the ball. But when we're working on rehab or injury prevention, we're more focused on your force output, your overall force output, not speed of force, because greater strength and these longer hold times train increased tendon stiffness, and that tendon stiffness is what makes us resistant to injury.
Yeah, that's the key. Definitely don't want to, you know, I love doing all this and I love working it. I don't want to have to do it again. So that's why we're doing it now.
Hey,
I can't wait until the day that oh, wait, oh, I'm on the wrong finger.
it's
I
all
didn't realize
good.
we switched over.
A little reminder right there.
It'll be a lifetime thing. I'll be doing this going forward and everything else, but I really hope I never have to do the rehab program again. So hopefully it works the first time.
I'll get up to 38.
I'll get there. I don't know. That
Wait, you
one
were
was
getting
weak.
50s and your
I know.
forefinger. Oh no, we're on ring finger.
We're
Sorry,
on
we're
ring
on ring
finger now.
finger.
Yeah, that one was a little weak though. I gotta get that up. Come on, get there.
I apologize. I spoke a little bit too soon. I was about to say I expected a lot more from the middle finger. I got lazy on reading. I should have been more locked in. There we go. There's a
This
target
one,
for it.
I always feel this one the next day.
Oh yeah, the ring in
Always
the
gets sore
middle.
right in, like right in here. I always feel this one.
Yes. Yeah, I mean that's what we've talked about with you going through the surgery, having to work around the ulnar nerve. And the ulnar nerve is in direct line with controlling the pinky and the ring finger. So I know that's where you kind of struggle the most, or it's been the most difficult for you to maintain endurance, but it's also where we're seeing the most improvement.
We definitely have seen a lot of improvement there. I know, like especially in my extensions have gotten a lot better on the pinky and ring finger. Um, and I noticed on my fingertips, I hit my goals for 60%. I was a little worried I wasn't going to hit them this week, but I
Mm-hmm.
hit those for fingertip. So I was happy with that because they were hard at 50% last week, but that I got to them this week. I was definitely happy with that. But I think we might be redoing these because these numbers are low.
Yeah, we like to see you a little bit closer to those targets. Obviously, there's a little bit of fatigue here, and you did just hit an endurance session a little bit before this. I mean, I say endurance, an extension session a little bit before this. It's not the same muscles, but still, you're working the fingers. There's a lot of dexterous motions there, very focused or intentive actions.
Well, that was really good for pinky right there.
We'll take it.
I don't know if I've ever hit that number before.
Really?
That might be an all time high. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look, but
Yeah, we can check that as we finish up. I don't want to steal your screen share.
I got the 26 on that one. Yeah, I'm definitely happy with the progression that's been made.
Good.
Because when Peachy and I were first working, as we first started adding weight loads, I was sore the next day most days. I felt
Hmm.
it in the elbow, and it was like weight loads weren't going anywhere. We were at like I was the weird guy in the back of the gym with a 2 pound dumbbell.
Right.
And
Yeah, just row
so
after row after row with the 2 pound
yeah,
dumbbell.
I can't imagine how weird that must have looked. A big guy that he's doing like 100 pounds on his left arm, but he's doing 2 pounds on his right. That probably confused quite a few people.
Right. With the furrowed brow and the intense focus as if you're moving a 75-pound dumbbell or something. You can see the grimace. So
Yeah, no, and then
what
so
kind of
once we
soreness
finally
or like,
started,
sorry, go ahead.
but once we finally started up with this, the weight load started. I mean, it was on the right path. Everything started going up. Everything felt more comfortable after each workout.
Oh,
There wasn't as
okay.
much.
That's
So
really exciting. I mean, the question that I was gonna ask is kind of along those lines. I was curious what soreness or fatigue you felt. I know you mentioned early on, uh, doing the 30% of your MVC really took a lot out of you. Are you still experiencing that soreness and fatigue, or
No,
how
not
quickly are
really. I
you
mean,
bouncing back?
it's very light if I do feel it. Um, I mean, it's oh, I'm trying to tap the done on my computer screen, not my phone. But it's been light. It hasn't been super strenuous. It hasn't been um I haven't been waking up in the morning and like, oh, I can't even move my arm today. Like I haven't had any of that. Um, I've been able to kind of get back to some more regular activities. Not throwing, but I've been starting to have a little more confidence and like, oh, I have to help my mom move something. I can finally like pick something up without my arm feeling like it's gonna fall off. So even if it's not directly making me throw harder right now, it's helping me get back to just living a normal life for the moment, which is nice.
Very nice. Love to hear that. And how's it affect
Come on.
you're good. How's it affect casting a line, reeling in? Are you okay with fishing?
So I transferred all my rods over to the left side, so all my casting has been left-handed. I've just been reeling with the right hand, and that's been okay. Um, so I mean, it's been nice. I had to figure that out because I couldn't go that long without fishing. I need to be on the water.
Right. That was the
So
most important piece in all this. That's why you're doing all the rehab, just for fishing.
pretty much, yeah. Just for baseball is a close second, but fishing's the
Mm.
key here.
Yeah, I'll be sure to clip that piece, give it no context, and we'll throw that one out there. That's the one I'll tag a flat ground app in. Hopefully that's the one that goes viral. So all the coaches here, fishing number one.
I gotta like turn my phone to like never turn off. I don't know why it keeps turning off though.
What
But
do
yeah,
you what are
that'd
you
be
on?
funny if
30
that was the
seconds?
one clip that got like 10 million views and everybody was like, so what's the point of doing the rehab if you're just gonna go fishing? Like, come on.
Hmm.
No, yeah, I mean I figured it out pretty quickly. I was fishing within like 5 or 6 weeks of my surgery. I had the hand. I was throwing it with the left hand, and then I was like using one finger to do the reel. It turns off again one more time. I'm not even like it shouldn't be turning off that fast.
Yeah, maybe just start tapping the screen.
I think I'm going to because I'm not even noticing it going dim right now. It's just kind of doing it on its own. Either that or I'm talking for too long, one of the two.
Nah, you've cut down your talking in between. It's been good.
Yeah, when we first started out, it would take us almost an hour to get through a session because all me and Adam would do was talk the whole time. So
Yeah, this has been pretty clean. But I mean, part of those conversations was you wanted to learn, right? That's who you
yeah,
are.
I
You
needed
wanted
to
to
know.
learn every single aspect of what we were doing, why the numbers are showing on the screen, what should you be feeling, what muscles were working, where they are on the elbow. It, every one of these turned into either an anatomy lesson or turned into talking about pitch breaks or pitch movement, how it can be applied. So, I mean, it was like going to school, just much more fun.
Yeah, those are definitely the keys. I know for me, I don't do anything unless I know why I'm doing it. Because if you don't know why you're doing it, you might not give it 100%. And if you don't give it 100%, what's the reason in doing it? So knowing why everything and just understanding it all is huge. I mean, for somebody that doesn't know or doesn't understand, I can't tell you to just blindly trust it. Do your research, learn about it. There's a lot of great things to know about this device, and it's definitely um, anybody who learns and knows and understands is going to make great strides with this device.
I'm glad to hear that. And well, do you feel that you need the science background to be able to work through what you're working through? Obviously, it helps, but I mean, do you feel this is something that like your mom or dad could just hop on, and if they take the time to look at what's on the screen, could they get through it?
Oh yeah, no, I just meant as far as like understanding it. But no, I think that anybody really, you don't need a science background to understand that, oh, you work your muscles get stronger. But here's, in case you're wondering which muscles we're working and why. But no, yeah, to understand, to be able to use the device and be able to get a lot out of it, it doesn't take much. It's simple, but it's not, it's simple with depth. We'll put it that way.
Hmm. Right.
So,
And that was our goal in design, right? We want people to be able to reach out to us or access our resources on our website or on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, whatever it is, to learn more. But we want anybody, anybody to be able to pick up their phone, pick up a device, and train.
oh yeah, and I think you guys have done an amazing job of that. I mean, you couldn't have made it any more simple. I mean, here you get your own YouTube video in the app, and it's, I mean, perfect. It doesn't get any better. You guys did a great job designing the app and really making it user friendly. I mean, everything's here. I get to see all of my data on this tab. I get to have all my protocols over here. If I want to show the device off, we can go over to here, do a strength test, or do
Hmm.
anything like that just for, or actually it would be in here, it'd be in free play.
Yep.
Just see what I can do on a given day. I mean, it's all here. It's all here and beautiful. We have all of it. Let's see, and then let's see. Let's go to strength. On the left hand, I got all my left hand numbers in here. All of it's held really nicely. So just overall, everything was made beautifully, and it was made to help more than anything else. It
Hmm.
wasn't made to be hard. It was made to help.
I love
So
hearing that. Well, let's kill the screen share for a moment and just make some
got
finishing
it.
remarks before we get out of here, just so they can see your beautifully coiffed hair in full screen.
Let's see. Let me go over to 1 second.
Or I can do it the
Computer's giving
quicker
me.
way.
There
Boom.
we go. That works. There we go. My computer was giving me some trouble there. It wouldn't let me stop screen sharing.
Yeah, the
I
computer
mean,
be
even made the device user friendly. 2 straps. It takes, you can do it on your own. You don't even need help.
well, don't say the two straps too soon. Remember, you're
Oh,
inbound.
that's right. I get the new one here pretty
Inbound,
soon. So
you
I
get
get
the new
three.
guy coming soon. It's three straps. A little more secure. The new
A
guy
little more
inbound.
secure. That'll help.
Yep. Yeah, so we added that third strap because the wrist deviation, instead of the rod coming off the back, if you remember,
Hmm.
will now be between your fingers.
Oh
So
yeah, because
we
it's, yeah.
then brace, we add that Velcro up the arm just to
Hmm.
create the fulcrum a little bit farther down so we can create more leverage side to side when you push with your fingers.
Yeah, that'll be cool because we have right now on our device, we do have one of those, but that's not what's measuring right now on the device that I'm using. We're measuring it with this. It goes in the back. I probably should have shown this while I was testing. And then it presses both sides. So that's how we're doing it right now. But
Right.
obviously that sounds like the better way to do it. That third strap,
Hmm.
make it a little easier.
Yeah, keep everything self-contained. It's more consistent, but I mean that's part of development. You get it.
Yep.
I mean we're gonna keep trying to make what we do better and easier for a user to work through.
And that's the right way to be doing it. Always trying
Yeah.
to make everything easier.
Yeah. So do you have any closing remarks? We got through this session pretty quickly, even with some
We
talking.
did move well.
I'll kind of dish it over to you. They hear from me a lot more than they hear from you. So let's let Carter take us away.
So finishing remarks. If you are a Tommy John guy and you are looking for a rehab program, once it becomes available, the FlexPro Grip will be 100% the way to go. It has taken me on so many different strides in just a couple weeks that I've been on it, and I'm just so incredibly grateful to have it in the first place. And then as far as everything that these guys are doing with their technology and bringing it all together, and it's only going to get better. It's only going to get more research as time goes on, and they're only going to figure out just how to make guys that much better. So I wish I was on that end, but I'm so grateful to be on the end that I'm on now. So that's that's where I'm at right now with FlexPro Grip.
Hey, I'll take it. And you know what? We'll call this episode 3 officially of Carter G's Road to Recovery. We'll throw it up on the YouTube. We'll get the Instagram link tree going. People will see it on Twitter, and it'll be back in the media section of our website. If y'all haven't seen that, we're documenting Carter's full recovery on our website under the media tab, Carter G's Road to Recovery. Thanks again for checking us out, and you'll be hearing from us again real soon.